What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Hold Husband Podcast. I'm your host, Terry DeRon. I got both of my co-hosts on the line with me tonight. I got my man, Jay Bob, on the building. What's good, bro?
Not much, man. Looking forward to this episode. Finally got everybody back here, man. It's been a while here, but want to quickly remind you can catch us on TikTok as well. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Hold Husband Podcast. For those of you interested in promos or shout outs, shoot us a DM on IG at Hold Husband Podcast, as well as emails at holdhusbandpodcast@gmail.com. All right, T.
Welcome back. We got my man SD in the building. What's up with you, man?
Man, I'm glad to be back. I'm a little tired right now. I've been fasting for the past 38 hours. So if I pass out during the show, just keep talking, man. I come back around. But let me give a shout out to Brother Soul Productions for always keeping the background audio fresh. And I want to remind you all to donate to the Hold a Husband podcast on Cash App and PayPal. All right, T.
I'd like to remind everybody that y'all can catch the audio playback of the podcast every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on thecore94.com. Today's episode is titled Never Satisfied. We're going to be having a conversation about how hypergamy has really impacted the dating world and the divorce rates that we see today. But y'all know how we do around here, man. We like to discuss stuff that we've seen trending or viral or some stuff that gets a real big reaction on social media. So we got a couple interesting videos. This first video is a video from, I believe her name is Sarah Fontenot, where she's talking about premarital sex. Let's take a look.
Can someone you're sleeping with and meshing well with turn into a relationship, or is it messed up already because you're sleeping with them?
It's probably messed up already. There are exceptions to the rule, but most times you're in a situationship until you have a commitment with that man. Don't let him get it. And this is the thing. Men want to conquer, and they value you more when they have to wait. Kenny, is that true or false? As a man.
If they're smashing and getting it already, they're not really thinking about what's the future with her now.
The second that you start to incorporate sex into it without a commitment, what you really just said to this man is, I'm okay with the situationship. I'm okay not being exclusive. I'm okay being one of the girls that you just have fun with. And that's not okay.
Now, I disagree with her philosophy. I really don't see how using that no sex until commitment is going to work on the type of guys that women actually want to be with. The guys that are able to attract multiple women and their biggest dilemma is trying to be with one woman or limit what they do with women, he's not really going to sign up for this scenario where he's just waiting and hoping for you to finally give him some and he's going to commit to you over that. So I think this would get a lot of women eliminated from possibly having a relationship with a guy. I don't think that there's no hack to getting with a quality husband material dude. You know what I mean? Like, those guys have to find reasons to eliminate women. And sometimes you may not even know why he's eliminating you, but to dwindle down all the women that a guy meets and can be with to one woman, that's the wrong approach in my opinion. What y'all think?
I agree and I don't agree. I don't agree with the part where he said, if he having sex with you, he ain't thinking about a long-term commitment. I definitely don't agree with that, because most married people, you can Google this, 90-some%, had sex before they got married. Before they got into relationships, most people have sex, and the guy still asked the woman to marry him. Why? Because she brings other things of value
More
outside of sex. Yeah. So if that's something that he's looking for, or that he sees those qualities in this particular woman, he'd absolutely lock her down if she's a good woman, and that's the stage of life that he's in. The part that where I agree with them is if that's all that they do, if that's all that he wants, is he just say,
okay.
Do he only call you? Do he only call you when the sun is down? Is that the only time you talk to him? And he wants you to come over? Then you know, as a woman, like, you've been dealing with men since you were 18. If you don't know the signs and the different things, then something is wrong with you. You ain't been paying attention. But if that's all that he's going after and you know it, then no, he's not going to want a relationship from you, because when men categorize women, it don't come off of not being in a relationship with you, whether we put you in sex only. That ain't where it comes from. It comes off your behavior, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. All those types of things will get you put in the sex only category. And so once you're put in the sex only category, you will not 9 times out of 10 get a serious relationship from a man once you're in that category. But having sex with him before commitment don't necessarily put you in that category unless you're showing those type of traits and qualities of a woman who should only be mattress food. Jay, what you think?
Man, I think the worst strategy to have a lot, and we hear this with the women a lot, the withholding sex, no sex until you commit, no sex for 90 days. And I think it doesn't really work out. Like I don't know, I haven't heard too many success stories where, okay, you've held out sex for X amount of days, months, years, or whatever it is, and it just turns into a successful relationship or marriage here. I think sex is just a part of it. Men are looking for other things other than sex, to make him decide whether he's going to commit to you or not.
100%.
Yeah, well, I found 2 things. So in the video, she mentioned the word situationship, and so I think we should define that. So to me, a situationship is just a situation where one person wants a commitment at that time and the other person doesn't. It may be a timing thing, it may be a distance thing, it may be a maturity issue. It could be a variety of reasons why it's like that. But in most situationships, it's the woman that's pushing for the commitment, right? And so what happens in situations where a guy is really enjoying the sex and the other things that come with dating a woman is she eventually starts to take up time that he used to give to other women. So if he's really vibing with you and you actually being able to see his life and learn about his life and be at his, like see how he operates, he's using his resources on you like he would do if he was your husband. Those first couple of months y'all are kicking it, once y'all start having sex, that's when you really evaluating what it's gonna really be like to be dating this person. You know what I mean? Because even though you might not be having commitment at that time, it's the gray area. He might be on a date with somebody else and all those type of things. Those type of situations do come up. But if you are the woman that is he can have the most realistic conversations with. You the woman that told him, told him some tax information or put him on how to make some more money. Like you did something that made you stand out from the other chicks. That's how you end up becoming the woman that he wants to marry. Not because you held out for a specific amount of time.
Yeah, and look, I cut this chick off. The sex was amazing. Sex was great. Freak. Whatever she wanted to do, like she was freak. But she was not nurturing at all. She wouldn't cook, ask me if I'm hungry, she wouldn't do nothing, and will be at my crib for a long time, won't wash nothing. I have to be the one to be like, yo, you hungry? You this, you that. But the sex was amazing. So sex is a major part. But when a dude is looking for something else, so is everything else. So the sex can get you cut off. Of course, I mean, it's a major part. Just like women will cut dudes off if he show up with a wee-wee, right? They'll cut them off. Same thing, ain't no different, right?
Right.
So the sex can get you cut off, but those intangible things, those wifely quality things, because every woman can have sex, but not every woman got those wifely qualities. Those things can get you cut off just as fast if you're not showing those, or you don't want to give those things. Like you hear a lot of women say, don't cook for a man till he your man. Don't clean up nothing for a man till your man. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. I hate that.
They'll take you giving them some money. They'll take you coming out and changing their tire and fixing things. So what I'm trying to say is that if you want to save your body and save your body count and not have sex, cool. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. What I am saying is that it's not whether a man chooses you or not. It's not dictated on the sex alone and when you have it with him. It's other things involved in that also that you have to have in your arsenal as a woman. Just like a man got to have a lot of things too. So
I got a question. So because I always felt like there's a gray area. I've spoken multiple times about my logical inclination towards oral sex. So, in regards to dating a new woman, with a situation where y'all just gave each other head but didn't actually have sex, would y'all view her a certain way over that, or feel some type of way over that? Would
What
that
you
be a
mean?
thing?
Like she gave me
Like-
head
like
and we
she-
wasn't in a relationship?
Yeah, like, so she gives you head. She says, I don't want to have sex yet because we're not in a commitment, but she gives you head. Would you view that the same?
I mean, I think it's stupid, but
Well, because to me, I
would.
would be like, because to me that would be the bridge. That would bridge the gap. Like a chick that's like, I don't really have sex because I don't want to risk the pregnancy. But we could have sex. We can give each other head with the 69. We can both come, but we just can't have intercourse. Would that be a acceptable compromise? To me, I'd be cool with that.
I'm cool with it. I mean,
I would be cool with that. I've dealt with a similar situation like that, and so I wouldn't really have a problem with it because we are doing something sexual. It's not like, all right, we're just hanging out and get a hug and a peck of the street. Like if it's
friend zone, you're not in the friend zone.
I'd feel like that's a crash that we missed. But in that situation, I don't think I'd have a problem as long as it's okay. We're working and actually building towards something. That's my take.
Yeah, but I think it's silly. I think it's silly. You know what I'm saying, to swallow kids, but I mean, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. I'll take it, and I wouldn't look at it no different. I'd be like, oh, okay, whatever the case. But let me tell you something. When I get it, it better be tighter than a G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. I'm telling you right now. This thing better not be loose, man. You doing all this, something got to give, man. So, yeah, I agree with that. It's all good.
So they're just going to raise your expectations, huh?
Well, yeah. Like, come on, you saving this. You can't save it in this loose coochie. You saving loose coochie? What you saving loose coochie for? You should be giving this away.
But you know what? You do. Hey, you do got some of those. Hey, they've been ran through, and they ain't gonna switch it up. Hey, I'm a born. You, and I'm sure you're the born again version. I'm celibate.
Don't turn.
Nonsense.
Don't turn into Mother Teresa when you meet me. Like,
exactly.
Come on now.
I want the same energy they got.
Yeah, like, nah, man, forget that. So.
All right, man. Let's keep things rolling, man. This next video is a clip from my man Trill AC, where I'm surprised he didn't get attacked over this, but he was kind of pointing out how difficult or how ineffective communication can be dealing with women. Let's take a look.
A lot of women overestimate their ability to communicate. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. A lot of women express themselves very well. Express themselves. They can sit there and run down to you everything that they feeling, everything that they don't like about what you're doing, everything that makes them feel away or makes them feel uncomfortable. But when it's time to receive the information, that's when the communication
one ear and out the other.
Shaky. You see what I'm saying? So again, as men, we know that walking in, and because we don't feel like arguing with y'all, because we don't want to see y'all cry, we don't want to see y'all do everything that y'all gonna do when we run down what it is that your is not doing right. Most men just shy away from the conversation. So I think that if women would live up to the communication standard that they set, then that would open the door for men to be way more communicative. But until then, you're going to get men who shut down and keep things in, unfortunately.
Yeah, now I reposted this on my page because it's something I've been preaching for years, and my page has always kind of epitomized it. Women, there are so many women that just hate the fact that I only give a male perspective. That I, good or bad, I can talk about what men do right, what men do wrong, why we cheat, woo, but I'm only giving a male perspective. I cannot count the number of women that want me to just stop giving the male perspective and focus on the female perspective, like all the panderers do. And it really just highlights what he's talking about. Women have no problem talking about the things men do wrong, why men struggling, why they don't get sex, why they lame, why they ugly. But as soon as you talk about the things tell women the reasons why men fall out of love, why men don't choose them, why they're unpleasant to date. All of a sudden, you hate women, you gay, you this, you that. You know what I'm saying? It's always this hostile, disrespectful tone when you're really trying to help them. Because from a male perspective, if somebody's telling me this why you ain't getting no pussy, this why she ain't coming over, I'm gonna be taking notes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna view that as positive, coaching or feedback. And so it would be met with gratitude. But a lot of women don't view, constructive criticism about their behavior or themselves that way, because it's very simple. There's a lot of truth in when people talk about why they don't date Black women or the issues and all that. Like, you can't deny that those things exist, but you have to provide some context. Some of it is not being around me and not having a father figure, the feminism. Like, there's so many different things at play when you're discussing it, especially in regards to our people.
Yeah, man. I deal with a lot of that too, Terry. I'm only a real man when I'm talking about men. They go, oh, you're a real man. That's what I'm saying. Right? Hey, but when I mention something that women are doing wrong or they could do better, oh, now I hate my mama. I'm sassy. I'm gay. I like men. It's like, what in the world is going on? Because like Trill said in the video, they just fine talking about men or hearing about men. That's why they pay panderers and platforms so much money to hear what men are doing wrong, because they're not the ones getting any blame for the wrong decisions, the wrong men they choose. They're not getting blamed for that. It's always the man. And so women will pay for that.
Everything.
And what happens is, when they get into these relationships, most of them think that they're perfect, because social media has made them think that they do no wrong. You're not asking too much. You asking the wrong man. Well, wait a minute. She's a two. She's a two. That's 295 pounds, and she wants a man that makes $400,000. And you tell her she asking the wrong man? No, she's asking too much. She don't fit the bill for what she's asking for. That's the truth. But then when you tell them that truth, they don't want to hear it. But you tell a man, hey, bro, you only make $50,000. What you mean? You need an 8.
You gotta accept it.
That's not your lane. Oh, yeah, that's not his lane. They all for it. So that's why, like he said in the video, a lot of men just don't say anything when it comes to even dealing with their own women. Because if a woman is that passionate on social media, Terry, like you said, you get it, a lot of hate DMs and hate messages and all that. If you're that passionate to where you'll insult, shame, and try to guilt a man online that didn't tag you, that don't know you, this situation ain't got nothing to do with you personally. Imagine what you'll do in a relationship with a man that's actually talking to you personally about the things that you do wrong.
Yeah. To me, they just expose themselves.
Of course. But I think a lot of reasons why women, all the way, because a lot of times they're not used to really being told what they're doing wrong, right? Especially with a lot of men that they come across, right? Whether it's in a DM, out in a social setting, men are telling them what they want to hear because they think, well, they know, or they think that's going to get them closer to having sex with that woman, right? So, and these panderers know that. Like, these panderers know that, hey, women are the biggest consumers. They're gonna buy my, they're gonna buy my products or services here. They understand. They understand.
Yeah, it's like they don't have to pay attention to what happens in the real world. When you talk to them about the differences in between guys and girls, like, man, it's hard for guys to get time, attention, and sex from attractive women. And so the guys that can do it consistently have figured out a formula that works based off their income level, their swag, their appearance, their height, their location. They figured out what works for them to get them consistently to be able to sleep with women that, well, I guess I got to take my own perspective out of it. I guess sleeping with somebody, I realized I was a little spoiled. Yeah, but I always was picky about who I slept with. Like now I realize that there's some dudes that just got to take what they can get. So
Yeah.
That sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I spend more time learning on doing things that you know works for sure. Fitness, getting your income up, being able to have conversations. If you can at least become a C+ player in those 3 areas, you should be able to, you know, get score every now and then, at least in my opinion.
4 scores and 10 years ago. Like, a lot of these dudes not having sex. A lot of these dudes
That's
not having
sad,
sex.
though.
We know it. We know it. Well, I mean, you know, it is what it is. So a lot of these dudes don't care. They'll take whatever. I mean, this is why prostitutes was invented, right? Prostitutes is whatever.
But see, yeah, okay. So it's always been that a percentage of guys that struggle with chicks. All right, we know that.
It's a large percentage.
What? It's a lot. Yeah, it's a pretty big.
I know.
Big
Well, I didn't think it was a large percentage before. I thought it was like 10-15% of dudes was at the bottom now.
No, we talking
maybe I just
70%, Terry.
That's what it is. It's 70% now, but I didn't think, like, in the 90s, I didn't think it was 70% of dudes that wasn't getting none.
Well,
You think it was back like that back then? In the early 2000s?
I don't think before social media, let's say in the 90s, 80s, 90s. I don't think that it was that high then. I think that it's that high now because of social media, music,
I agree,
and the TV telling women, hey,
and media,
he got to make this. If he ain't doing this, then he ain't no good. You can get this. It don't matter. You can have the man of your dreams. Well, 95% of men ain't of your dreams. I can tell you that right now. They not. And so women eliminate a whole chunk of men based off of things that's coming through social media and TV. Aside from that part of it, the men have become less aggressive, less confident, and a lot less to approach women outside because they got a device in their hand and they never learn how to do it. So it's a double-edged sword, and it affects both because the men are more lonely now, which is the most dangerous man in America, is a lonely dude with no woman. And the women are more at risk because they keep messing with the same dudes. That's why you had the T app and different things that's on Facebook where they trying to figure out they dating the same guy. STDs and STIs are skyrocketing for women. Why? Because they dealing with the same dudes, because those are the dudes that they have conditioned themselves to like. Is this small amount that can get other women? That other 75% of men, they don't even see them. So it hurts on both sides of the spectrum.
Oh man, that's a brutal spot to be in. Like, I mean, it's hard to even envision. Like, it doesn't seem that difficult, but when you see these videos and you see the ridiculous expectations women have on a first date, on a guy in a relationship, it does change your perspective. Like, the only women that I think could even really have a realistic perspective gotta be 35 plus. If they under that, then they've been brainwashed by reality shows and all this type of foolishness.
And they get brainwashed because they watching the reality shows of 35, 40-year-old women do the same thing. These here chicks on Basketball Wives is 40. Look at these here. The Lazada chick is 47, 48. Like, you got all these women that's their age telling them, oh, you can get whatever you want. Go do this and go do that. Like, a lot of them getting brainwashed too. It's tough. That's why so many men are going overseas. They go into different countries to get women that actually respect men, appreciate men, and actually want to play their role as wives and girlfriends within a relationship with men. Men ain't traveling 4,000-5,000 miles just to have sex, when in America you can get sex the easiest. This the most hoes ever over here. We got plenty of hoes. You can get hoes right here.
Yeah.
Why are you going over there? A lot of men are going over there to find love. They not going over there for sex. Yeah, some dudes that do that, but you can get sex right here just as easy from these here hoes out here. And all y'all ain't hoes. I'm only talking to the hoe. If you offended, you a hoe. That's all.
All right, man. Well, we about to take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna be getting into today's topic, never satisfied, where we're having a discussion about how hypergamy has impacted dating. You are tuned into the Hoetohusband Podcast. We'll be back in a minute. Hi, I'm relationship coach and author Terry Duran, and I am pleased to announce that my book, It's Not That Complicated, is finally available as an audiobook. So if you don't like to read or you just don't have time to read a paperback book, this audiobook is perfect for you. You can listen to it while you're in your car, while you're at work, etc. In the book, I break down how husband material men think and operate in regards to sex, love, and relationships, and I provide real quality insight on how husband material men approach dating. The audiobook is available on audible.com and on iTunes. All you have to do is go to one of the websites and search for my name, Terry Duran. Go download your copy today. All right, everybody, welcome back to the How to Husband podcast. Today's episode is titled Never Satisfied. We're going to be talking about how hypergamy has impacted dating and marriage these days. So, historically, hypergamy has been generally meant women dated up. They look for men that were more successful than them or, higher than them on the socioeconomic status or whatnot. Do y'all think that definition has changed or evolved over time, or do y'all think that's simply what women are looking for, a guy that's simply above them?
Yeah, I don't think that the definition has changed. I think that it's in a woman's nature. So they always looking for that. Personally, they always looking for a man who's superior. It's in their nature to look for the biggest, the strongest guy. That's why they look for a man that's taller or bigger in weight. Because they feel more protected. A lot of them now you hear, well, he got to at least make what I make, at the very least. But they want him to make over what they make. A lot of them that have degree, he got to have a degree. He got to have something. So the definition of hypergamy is the action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior sociological or educational background. That definition is exactly what women are looking for today, because I think it's in their nature to do so, as far as when it comes to breeding and stuff like that. Like, it's in their nature to get the biggest, strongest guy or the tallest guy or whatever the case. So I don't think it's changed. Jay, what about you?
I don't think it's changed much either over time. I think it's the same. I think it's more or less what women look for. But I think only thing I see nowadays with hypergamy, I think it's automatically associated with monetary value when you think hypergamy is from what I see now when people talk about it on social media.
Of course.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it includes status too. But the reason that I asked that is because a lot of women, even when they get the ultimate goal, they get the rich, famous, handsome dude that all the other women want, we'll see them on the videos talking about how they just want more, how they're not happy, how that's not enough, how they miss the attention from other men. And so what women, it's like, when I say that the definition has kind of evolved, in my brain, what I'm thinking is like, they're not really looking for having a man that's on a higher level. They're looking to be in a situation where they're getting the attention and the social, the social attention that comes with it. You know what I mean? Like, because social media is definitely part of the equation now, where I don't think it originally was, where that's not part of the biology. I understand, like, they want men to protect it and birth and all that, but now I think social media and public opinion is such a big part of how women feel about themselves and their relationships, that I think that gets incorporated into their definition when they evaluate whether they want to stay with a man or not.
That's why it's important, man, not to get a woman that's so involved in social media, I think. Like, she can be involved, but like one where social media is her life, like everything is revolved around social media. Because a woman like that, a lot of times, will never be satisfied. Never. It don't matter what you do. They're always going to look for something better. You know what I mean? That's another reason why you have a lot of men getting other women in other countries, because, hey, man, they happy. They happy to have more than what they had, and they good. They'll love you long time. A lot of these women out here, like, they aren't satisfied with living just good. They aren't. They want something more.
Gotta be luxury.
yeah, the highest bidder, they can take your chick. That's why when a woman be talking about, oh, I won't help no man pay no bills, the man got to do all of this or all of that, bro. If you ever have a woman like that and you can't do something or you get hurt and now she has to contribute 50%, that woman is gone. Why? Because you can't do it like that no more. So now it's on to the next. And a lot of them will be on to the next, even while you're still in a relationship. So this definition ain't changed.
That applies to a lot of the women that you were talking about earlier, like dating former athletes, you know, the Real Housewives and such and such. So they got a baby daddy by some famous dude or some rich dude. That's a large part of it. They not part of the lifestyle. They not in the media. So they not being talked about in the city no more. And as a result, their marriage fails, from it. So
have y'all ever dated a chick that dated an athlete? Y'all,
no.
Probably not. Okay, I have. Hey man, I never do it again.
Because
of her expectations?
SD,
like it was like, man, you can't impress a woman that's had everything. That's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? She was going to Japan and the Maldives and all these places. I'm like, yeah, you want to go to Idaho, pick some potatoes? Potato? Like it ain't no. It ain't.
Yeah, I ain't trying to see that Chicago skyline.
Yeah, like there's no impressing a woman like that. I had a woman stop talking to me because I said, no, I wouldn't buy my woman a $10,000 purse. I'm not a $10,000 purse guy. I am a $600 max, $800 purse guy. If you can't get a Chanel within that, I'm not that guy. I'm an Anne Klein, Marc Jacobs type of guy. That's me. Coach. That's me. I'm not a Chanel guy. Well, I'm used to Chanel. And Shorty stopped talking to me because of that. And I just don't want to be bothered.
That's fine. See, I think that's a lot of the things that pollute the dating pool too. Because I don't know, was she married to a professional athlete or she just was fucking?
Baby daddies. Like it's been a couple of them. Baby daddy still playing ball, and then I'm like, man, she bad, or she come at me. But then once we get into it, I'm like, sheesh, sweetheart, you asking a little too much. Like, what's going on? Send you an Uber Black to pick you up for what? I got a black Honda Civic outside. What am see you?
I ain't dated in this area. I can't even. Chicks will request an Uber Black. That's crazy.
Hey, man.
But you know with the athletes, right? They didn't really have to have game for real, right? Everything was kind of just given to them, right? Since high school, they were the best player on that team. In college, they're the best player. All the women were coming to them. And now as a professional athlete, he pretty much could just lead with money. He doesn't really have to do much.
Yeah, a lot of women talk about how lame they are, lames with money or whatnot.
Easy to get.
Because we talk about it all the time. The one-on-one interaction with women or a small group of women is a skill. Being able to keep the party rolling and keep the women laughing without having to say some hater shit on another dude, without having to do why you sleeping with SD? You know he got a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like the dudes that can have success without all of the whole ass behavior, those are the guys that have developed the skills over time. And that's why when those guys are wingmen and they in situations where they all got the same goals, they have a lot more success. But again, if you ain't gotta develop it, we in this generation now where they want everything handed to them. So I don't really see guys putting in the effort to become good communicators with women, to be able to not be cheesy or to have, positive body language around women. It's work. I can't even imagine being on Call of Duty instead of trying to be with a chick. But we're not from this era, so I guess it's one of those things that's always gonna be mind blowing to me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I know that it's kind of you know what? It don't frustrate me though. I really like it because a lot of those women are easy to spot. A lot of women that just, that's really will leave you for the highest bidder or something like that, or really all about the money. They easy to spot, man. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, I don't get involved with them like that. So I get it, but you know, I like it personally. Show your hand. It's like a dude that only wants sex. He gonna show his hand at some point. So I don't think that's hypergamy though. I think it's a part of it, but I also think it's a part of gold digging also. So
what would y'all say is the difference between a woman having a hypergamous mindset where she's just looking to get the next highest status dude versus a woman that just has very high or unrealistic standards for herself?
Honestly, I don't think there's really any difference between the two, right? Both are just looking. I mean, more or less, both are just looking for the highest bidder there. So I don't necessarily see like a huge difference between the two.
I think that the difference,
What
I
about
think
you?
that when we talk about hypergamy and then just having high standards for yourself, I think it depends on what's driving these high standards for yourself and what they are, right? Hypergamy is just like you wanting somebody over you, which is understandable in my opinion. Like I want a woman to want me because I do well for myself, that I take care of myself. But I want that to be. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, don't you like, somebody that's higher above them, right? Isn't that somewhat relative though, in a sense, right? Because let's just say a woman makes, I don't know, 40,000, right?
Okay.
Above would just be 60,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, whatever the case.
That ain't how it works though. A woman making 40,000 and still call a dude making 60,000 broke.
In a lot of cases,
we live in this
depends on how she
delusional
grew
world.
up. But I don't have a
true.
problem with it as long as the intentions are good. Like you could just
What you mean?
want a dude that's over you because he can take care of you and a family. Like that could be your mindset. Like, man, he's a good provider. Look, women back in the day used to get with men that had good jobs. Why? Because he can take care of a family, he might have a pension later on, and we can still live good. Don't mean that she didn't love him because she wanted a man that was high, that she had that hypergamous mindset that she wanted a man that had things she didn't have. That don't mean she loved him any less. It don't mean that she was going to leave him. It means that she wanted somebody that could take care of her and the family, which I am good with.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes, your mindset is what is what it is. So if you got all these high standards and you say, I want a man that's making $250,000 because I want to save all my money while he spend all his money. I don't want to be paying nothing, and I want to do this. He's a man; he should be doing everything while I get to sit there and just bring me to the table and be pretty. That's a whole different mindset of hypergamous nature. That's borderline gold digging and trying to freeload off of a dude, and not really hypergamous like that. Because, like I said, a hypergamous woman with a good mindset and good head on her shoulders. Yes, she's looking for a man that's doing something. She should, and I ain't got no problem with her wanting a man over her when it comes to finances, as long as the mindset is in the right place.
Basically, somebody that wants to get into it in good faith.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So what I'm talking about is the woman who has the good guy with the good job, taking care of the family, everything is all good, but now she's comparing her life to what she see on her timeline. So now she's no longer happy. Now he's no longer meeting her expectations. Now she just deserves more, or she feels she can do better. So now she divorces the good guy, the engineer, the dude that was making six figures, and destroys her home because she views social media and she feels like if she gets her body done or starts posting sexy pictures, that the athletes and the ballers and the rich men are going to start trying to be with her now. So that's the type of woman that I'm talking about. So this woman that just feels like is it her standards that says she deserves a millionaire, or is that just hypergamy?
Man, that's stupidity, man.
Yeah.
That's stupidity. She was a dusty heifer from the beginning. Maybe you didn't see it. If she moves like that, she was dusty from the beginning. She just hid it, or you pretended like it wasn't there. If that's how she moved, which a lot of women do move like that. I get it, but I don't. Hypergamy? No, that's gold digging. That's desperation. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is to me. Like that's not.
That's what Aisha ain't that exactly what Aisha Curry is talking about when she's on her interviews talking about? Yes, I love Steph. He's perfect. So. He's a great husband, but I want the attention. I want want the lust in the.
No, that's not hypergamy.
What else was you don't think?
No, how is that over you in any type of way? That's just attention seeking. That's not hypergamy in any social status or any education.
Okay, I guess you're right. I guess that. Yeah, I guess
that's attention seeking. She wants women. This is a thing that men have to understand about female nature. Attention for women is like sex to men. You know how men crave sex especially when they're young. Man, they like a dog in heat, want to hump anything. Attention is like that for women. Women will sell out for attention, like men will sell out for sex. It's the same thing. So that's, in my opinion, that's a biological thing within a lot of women that can't be. It can't be chalked up as hypergamy just because of attention. No, that's just something that's in them where they crave.
That makes sense,
especially if the dude is getting attention. If her guy is getting attention, and then
so that's more like a jealousy type thing.
Yeah, if she's not confident within herself because he got all this stuff, he get all the attention, and she wanted to be an actor, and she's not an actor. She ain't became close to being an actor. So now she's like, yo, he getting all these women at him. He all over on TV, got the commercials. And what am I? I'm just a mom. Why these dudes don't be shooting they shot at me? Why couldn't I be an actor? Dude, that's just selfishness and attention seeking. That ain't hypergamy.
Man. That's a good breakdown, and differentiation between the two. Well, I guess a better example would be the women that, like you said, they outgrow their husband. That you hear about it with women that work, nurses that work in the hospital. They're around doctors, so they feel like that they deserve a man making $500,000, not a boyfriend that makes 70. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though he could be making more than them or be on a higher status than they are, they just feel like they deserve more because they have sexual access to men that are higher on the totem pole than the man that they can actually date. So you see a lot of women that miscalculate that. They take you can get dick from all the NBA dudes and the rappers and all that, but guys wanting to be with them for real is very rare. So, and to thwart that, we got the baby mama cycle. You know what I'm saying? Where if they can trap you with the baby, get we see with Ant-Man and Lil Baby's baby mama, Aisha something. We see how these situations, the baby, the money grab, I'm an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? Like all the get my body done, and all that cycle that comes with it. That's I guess it's the goal. The hypergamy, I guess, will be the seed that planted to the gold digger's mind. I guess would be a good way to put it.
It's these here studies here. It ain't even about, look, you could be married, and according to the studies, if your wife starts to make more money than you, the chances of divorce doubles of her divorcing you if she starts making more money than you. Why? It's in that hypergamous nature in a woman, yo. Listen, that's why I say your woman got to look up to you as a man. She has to look up to you as a man. You can't look up to your woman. This is why a lot of relationships with women, they don't work when the dude likes the woman more. When the guy likes the woman more, she typically don't really like him like that. She'll use him, but she don't really like him. Because why? Hypergamy tells women that the dude should be over them. The dude is superior to them, and he should be. So women look for dudes that are above them so that they can feel better, feel softer, feel like they don't have to do as much masculine activities. So when your woman starts making more than you, she starts to look at you a certain type of way. You ain't as manly as I thought.
Perspective change.
Yeah, the whole thing shifts. This according to the professionals, not me. That your chances of her divorcing you doubles if she starts making more money than you. That hypergamous
That's crazy.
And but this is why. Like you have to understand a woman's nature in order to deal with women. They want you to be over them. They want you to dominate and be superior to them, regardless of what they say out here. If that's not what they want, because they got a DM full of men that want them more than they want him, more than they want him. But they ignore them dudes, calling them queens, telling them they the mother of the earth, and all this other nonsense. Who do they want? They want that top 20% of men that's doing very well for themselves, that's got other chicks. That's who they want, because it's a status thing for them to look up to them and make other women jealous in the process.
Yeah, that's really seemed like a whole lot of motivation is shitting on other women. My life is better than you. I want better than you.
Yeah.
Like Cardi B's album really kind of epitomized a lot of that mentality. That's how I knew her album was gonna blow. I'm like, damn, she's really vocalizing a lot of the thoughts of women in this generation.
Think about this, Terry. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was saying that's why you think, a lot of women want, the big weddings, a certain ring and stuff, just to go flex that on a social media page and to other women that, hey, this kind of match she got, and this kind of wedding she had, this kind of ring she got.
Yeah, but think about it. You just made me think about something. Cardi B and Offset. Now you got this other girl, Candy something, and her husband, right? If you look at the comments on what's going on with these divorces, what are the women saying? That's why you never date down. Look at this. That's why you never date down, man.
I ain't been in the comments like that. So that's what they're two parallels.
Yeah. They say you never date down. That way, if something happened, the man don't get nothing from you. This is like, I think a lot of women think about this also within the hypergamy nature. I think they think about.
That's why the prenup conversation is always so volatile.
I mean, that's a valid point. But you know what? Here's the thing, and this might go against the grain. I don't really see her, dating Offset or marrying Offset as her dating down. I mean, Offset
at that time he wasn't.
No, it switched while they were together.
That's true. So she saw him at a higher plateau, but she said they never should have got married. It was two hoes. It was two hoes getting married.
True.
Like you knew this man was outside. You wanted him to be inside, and that just didn't work out like that. So I mean, she just elevated and got over him at the time. So now things that he does is gonna be less tolerable. She's over Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be real with it, she's over Stephon Diggs when it comes to finances. But she likes Stephon Diggs because of how he looks. He plays football. He got women. Yes. So you go from a husband that had hoes to being a side chick baby mama to a dude that got hoes. It's stupid. So, but that's women. That's women play. So
emotional decisions.
It messes you up every time. Now look at the state that she in.
She the one that got to live with it. So it is what it is. Looks like we up against the clock, man. We about to get up out of here. Before we go, I want to give another shout out to my man, Brother Soul Productions, for keeping us laced with our background music. I want to remind y'all to continue supporting the podcast through our Cash App and our PayPal. JSD, man, I appreciate y'all linking up so we can get this episode knocked out. This has been another episode of the Hold the Husband Podcast, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.